Today I'm here with Dr. Wayne Lesperance of New England College, and he is one of the co-directors of the New Hampshire Student Primary Convention, which I have spent the past few days at and had a great chance to see a lot of great kids from all over the country. So Wayne, tell me, when did this start, this convention, and how has it morphed sort of over the years?
Sure. So in 1999, I was hired at New England College, and one of the first things I got involved in was this convention. At the time, there were two entrepreneurs who had decided to put this on, and New England College was the academic co-sponsor. Those two folks, after that event was over, decided they didn't want to keep doing it, and we picked it up. So every 4 years since then, beginning in the 2004 election, we've put on this convention. So this is my fifth convention, 4 of which have been run exclusively by New England College. And so the idea behind it is pretty simple. We all in New Hampshire are spoiled. We get to have fun with the New Hampshire primary whenever we want to. I mean, we can't go anywhere without running into presidential candidates.
Right.
But there are so many people from across the country who never get to see a presidential candidate, never get to see hear the stump speech. And the idea is we bring those folks in, they hear from the candidates, they hear from the issue advocacy groups, they get to hear from, just interesting people that are associated with the primary. So folks like you, who've been here for 3 days, you guys participated in a panel on the Second Amendment, which was fantastic. How often will students get a chance to hear that perspective? That's important to me. And so we created this opportunity. We create it out every 4 years, and the kids come up and they take advantage of it.
And so, it's been great because the kids, like I said, are from all over the country. Kids from Alabama, from Louisiana,
Sure.
from, Connecticut, New York, from all over the place. Are these typically poli-sci majors, or are these a combination of kids who are interested in politics and kids who are majoring in politics?
It's a little bit of all of the above. So there's 36 states represented here.
Wow.
We have 36 states. We have 511 plus students. I say plus because we get more registrations every day that we're here. And they're coming from all over the place. There's mostly college students, but there's a significant number that are high school AP government students or AP history students. A lot of them are political science majors or they're sociology majors, basically people that care about what's going on in their community and their country, and they want to be part of the conversation, and they want to be part of picking the next president of the United States. So our goal, aside from putting this thing on, is that they'll go home to their home campuses and they will be active. They will get others involved. They'll talk about the issues. I mean, at the end of the day, New England College's mission, and the reason why I'm a college professor, is that I believe we have a responsibility to promote good citizenship. And I think that's what we're doing here. If these kids go home and have conversations about gun control, have conversations about ISIS, whatever, we're advancing that cause, and I'm hoping they're a little more informed in their conversations by having participated here.
Yeah, would you just you've had a slew of different sort of activities and panels that the kids can talk about, anything from, I know there's immigration, there's, I believe there was something on foreign policy.
There's a foreign policy panel going on right now with Lisa Daftari from Fox News.
Mm-hmm.
We have immigration, Social Security, the national debt, immigration, we said, a whole range. I mean, we really had tried to get as eclectic as possible. And frankly, when people say, well, what are kids interested in? We all assume all they want to talk about is certain issues. But the reality is, when we listen to them question the presidential candidates, they're asking the same kinds of questions that you and I would ask. They care about the same kinds of issues.
Mm-hmm.
So we've had Second Amendment questions. We've had questions about ISIS. Grown-up, serious, real, hard-hitting questions. And the candidates, they're coming into a room with a mixed crowd. There are Democrats, there are Republicans, and there are independents. They don't know what they're going to get, and some of those questions are tough. So I'm grateful that they'll actually come and do it with no guarantee of a safe audience. In fact, some of the candidates did not come, and I think part of that is because they didn't know what they were going to get in the room. Well, shame on them. You're going to be president of the United States, by the way, and you can't handle questions from a high school or a college student, you've got bigger problems. So it's been fantastic. Lots of diversity in terms of issues and content.
And I went in when some of the presidential candidates were speaking, and the rooms were packed. The room was packed.
Right. So like I said, over 511 folks. And I think it's fair to say they really, as exciting as all those issue panels are, they really want to see the presidentials. I mean, we have 55 kids here from Louisiana. They never get to see unless it's Bobby Jindal, they never get to see a presidential candidate. and they packed that room and they asked questions and they made sure they had their chance to take a picture with all of them. So whether it's Chris Christie or Rand Paul or Bernie Sanders or whoever, of all the people that came, they were there and they wanted to make sure they got the most out of the experience, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. And the kids are not only getting that experience, but also the New England experience a little bit.
Right. I can't tell you how many times I've heard some of the Louisiana students ask, people really live here. I mean, it's cold, and and they're looking at snow. Some have never seen snow before.
Oh, that's right.
So we sort of forget, right? But
Yeah.
that for them was kind of unique, and that's kind of fun too.
Yeah, we had a chat with them about the difference of food.
Oh, sure.
We all agree Louisiana food is better.
I think I'd have to be with you on that one. Yeah.
No, but the kids have been absolutely delightful, from being here all week, and the kids have been delightful. They've been engaged, and that's what you're pushing, is just to
Right.
get them engaged,
Right.
correct?
Absolutely. I mean, I think college professors get a bad rap, sometimes it's deservedly so, for pushing an agenda. That's never been my thing. My politics are not relevant. What matters to me is that we spend the time encouraging students to think, ask questions. Don't accept the truth that other people try to give you. Question it, challenge it. And if I do anything, if I do anything that's really important to me, it's to help them develop the tools to think critically, and so they can make up their own mind. That's the goal here. I want them to make up their own mind. You know what? I'm confident enough in my point of view, political point of view, that I think they're going to get to where I am, because otherwise, why would I believe what I believe?
Right.
Right. So eventually, the truth, I hope, will lead them to where I think they should end up. But that's not the point. The point is to give them the skills to really ask tough questions and to be informed citizens. Again, the point is good citizenship, active citizenship. We've got 500 plus kids here who want to do something. They want to make a difference, right? We got to harness that. That's our future. And I got to tell you, Kim, you've met them. I'm pretty excited. I think these kids get it, and I think they're going to be out there making change in the world.
Great. I'm going to leave on that note.
Okay.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
My pleasure. Anytime.
We'll be back in 4 years.
All right, sounds good to me.